I'm Ayana Songstress, and you know, I does my thing by myself all the time if I have to. So here I is, Sean and D Chanel are not here, but you know, they will be back. But I got a poppin' show for y'all, because you know we had DJ Say here last week. But we're going to talk about some things that's been popping this week. First off, the Aubrey and the Migos tour is popping off. It's going to pop off on July 26th. I'm pretty psyched about that because I love the Migos. And I love Drake. And, you know, Walking Like I Talk It has kind of been my little anthem lately. So I'm really pressed about that. They're actually going to be here in D.C. September. So I'm definitely going to get my tickets for that. And I heard your girl Poe talking today on the radio about Kendrick Lamar's tour coming up with Travis Scott, YG, Ray Shrummer. It's a few people on his tour, but that joint gonna be popping too. It's gonna be at the Capital One Arena, and that pops off actually on June 1st. They've been giving out mad tickets for that shit today, so that's cool. My girl Cardi is back, so you know I was real pressed because I love Cardi B. Cardi B came back. She reactivated her page. I know she had like a little rough week or whatever because you know she's about to have the baby, and not only that, Offset got into a terrible car accident, so they just were having a bad ass weekend. Like he was all fucked up. Like he had the wires and the tubes and shit. Like Slim looked really bad, so I'm glad he's okay. Prayers up to them. Also, today they announced the BET host, Jamie Foxx. I'm really excited about that because I've been a big Jamie Foxx fan since Living Color. So I don't know if everybody know about Living Color, but that was like one of my favorite shows back in the day, and I've always been a Jamie Foxx fan, so I kind of been following him. And I'm really glad that he's about to host the BET Awards, especially with his new engagement announcements to Katie Holmes. I really like her. Even though I said beforehand that, you know, that was kind of shady that he's about to marry Katie Holmes considering he met her through her ex-husband. But, you know, that's how shade goes. That's what the fuck people do these days. So, shout out to Jamie and Katie. They about to get married. So, whatever. But, like I said, we have a popping show for y'all today. And that was the breakdown for y'all. I'm going to come back and give y'all a little bit more in the roll-up of things because I have a lot to talk about.
They go anyway. Bitch, I'm Lani Flaze. Bitch, I'm Lani Flaze. Smoke a whole bunch of pot and I'm gonna get paid. Went to college and fuck bitches about every day.
So we're back with the roll up. And of course, I know you just heard that great song that was just playing. That was Lani Flaze, our own home team, DC's own Lani Flaze. I had to play Lani Flaze because he had a kind of fucked up last couple of days. He got bagged. And he got bagged for, you know, marijuana. Not here, but you know, on the other side, on the West Coast in Seattle. Well, not Seattle, Washington State, to be exact. But he got bagged for like 37 pounds of marijuana. So we gotta send prayers out to my man because that does not look like, you know, that could be a good thing. And Lani Flaze is an excellent artist and he's home team. He's from DC. Like, everybody gotta send shout outs and prayers to him to hope that we all hope that case turns out okay, because that shit is just off the chain. Apparently he and a friend, you know, did a little move, you know, they got some, and you know, that's what happened. Apparently the guy who it was, you know, taken from actually called the police and, you know, was like, yeah, you know, they got my shit. I want my shit back. You know, like, yeah. So, again, shout out to Lani Flaze because that shit is not looking too good for him. You know, we always want to support our own, especially when they're from our own city, our own town. And DC has a lot of up-and-coming artists, and Lani Flaze is definitely one that's popping right now. That was his single, Bitch, I'm Lani Flaze. That one is doing numbers. He has a couple of other singles that he has out right now that are actually shot and directed by Fool with the Camera. He's another guy from the home team. He's a videographer, film director as well. So just a big shout out to them, because I know that's kind of fucked up with everything going on. Like, his momentum is rolling, and yeah, shout out to him. Again, for the home team, Wale actually just got signed to Warner Bros. And I think that's a pretty good thing for him, because he's kind of been struggling in his deals as well since he's been on. Like, I know he's with MMG, but he's kind of had a little bit of issues going on with his contract, and I think this is going to work out for him. I think that last EP he just did was probably what solidified his spot as a real mainstream artist, because those 5 songs on that last EP he just did was actually really good. So it's complicated. It was actually my favorite single off the EP. So again, shout out to Wale, and I'm gonna shout out Lani Flaze again. He's actually gonna be my feature artist for this week for the roll up. I felt like, you know, it was just the perfect time to, you know, give him some, you know, glam, give him some glam on Live a Great Day, give him a shout out, and just, you know, let him know we all rooting for him and supporting him. So we gonna sit up here and give y'all a clip of his new video, which is actually doing numbers on YouTube right now. It's called Front and Back End, and right now it's got like almost 60,000 views right now. So make sure y'all go click that link and stay tuned.
I was chasing cash, running through it with my man. It really took some time for me to learn to stack it. Ay, I just want the front and I want the back end. Ay, I just want the front and I want the back end. Ay, I can't let them niggas ever catch me lacking. Ay, I just keep the pump and I keep the mic in. Ay, I just want the front and I want the back end. Ay, I just want the front and I want the back end. Ay, easy getting cash, even harder to stack it. Ay, cut the number in half like I'm doing magic. Ay, I just want the front and I want the back end. Ay, I just want the front and I want the back end. Ay, ay.
We're back with the Spark Up. There's a couple things I wanted to talk about the Spark Up. First off, on a good note, it was a gentleman named R.Kelly this past weekend who actually graduated with his law degree and his MBA all in one day, like within a matter of a couple hours. Like, he literally left the University of Cincinnati from getting his law degree and then like drove over to Xavier and got his MBA. So I was like, I definitely had to shout him out, because we don't get a lot of shout outs with a young black man unless it's usually about some dumb shit or something bad. But that's actually positive, and I just wanted to definitely put some light on that, you know, we do have some positive young black men around. So shout out to R.Kelly. Another great note, the royal wedding was this weekend, and Prince Harry and the new Duchess Meghan Markle, they were married, and I'm pretty excited about that, because not only were those pictures really, really pretty, I was just pretty excited to see that it was a African American lady, just like, you know, just standing in there. Just standing in the mix. Like, that's never been done before. I know it was some people that probably didn't like that, but hey, we in there. So royalty it is. Shout out to Meghan Markle. Today, of course, you know I always share light on R.Kelly. I really like R.Kelly's music, so I can't fake like I don't. I like his music. He's a piece of shit, but I like his music. And today on CBS this morning, it was a young lady named Faith Rogers. She came on and she was talking about how R.Kelly used to keep her locked up in the car for like hours at a time. And she said one time he kept her in there for like 8 hours, and he always would put the child locks on the door so she couldn't get out. And they also brought the other young lady on there, Jocelyn Savage, whose family had her removed from R. Kelly's house last summer because they said that he was holding her hostage. Well, apparently on the CBS this morning, they both said that R.Kelly, he's raising women, like he has a cult of some sort, and he's training these women to obey him, do all that he says. They travel everywhere with him. They do everything for him. And she said she felt like that's what he was training her to do.
20-year-old Faith Rogers says in March of last year, she met R.Kelly in San Antonio at a party after his concert.
He was older than me, and that was a red flag,
Did you look at him as a 50-year-old man at the time?
Not at all. Even being around him, he doesn't act his age. And you feel like I'm chilling with somebody I went to high school with.
I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky.
After 2 months of phone calls, texting, and FaceTiming, she says R. Kelly flew her to New York to attend one of his shows and even paid for her hotel. The morning after the performance, she says Kelly visited her room.
He turns on all the lights, and he's like, take off your clothes. And he says it, with authority in his voice, not just, he's demanding me to do this. And I didn't take off my clothes because why would I? Just wasn't ready. Sex isn't something,
training her to do. Not only that, like I told you about Jocelyn Savage a couple weeks ago, about how he was purposely, supposedly infecting her with STDs. This young lady said the same thing. Like, she said he knowingly knew that he had, STDs, and he still was having sex with her. So he's probably gonna die in jail. I'm pretty sure of that, because he just got too much shit going on. I had a discussion about this a little bit earlier, and someone said that they thought that he might get off, but I don't really feel like that. I feel like he's gonna fry. I feel like they're gonna fuck R. Kelly over. Like, he's gonna get everything he deserves. Bill Cosby, they play with him. I keep telling y'all that's another story, but R. Kelly, they gonna get his ass, because that shit he's doing, that's just wow. That's just totally ridiculous. Some other ridiculous shit is Lil Tay. Now, see, I was fucking with Lil Tay. I'm not even gonna fake. Like, I was following Lil Tay. I was laughing at her little videos and shit that she was posting. I was like, this little girl is like really flexing. Like, she's like shitting on me. Like, the fuck, I'm feeling bad. Whole time, shorty is faking. Like, she's completely faking. Like, her mom's a realtor or some shit. Her brother got her posting videos of her perping and flexing with all this cash and shit that are things that are not hers or her parents or anybody. It's just people that her mother works for. So she got busted this week, and all her videos are out now. Like, they're showing like her little bloopers of her video, taping the videos and shit that she was doing. So I know she's really fucked up about that, because she was doing a lot of shit on the gram. Like, she even had the little hashtag youngest flexer of the century. She used to get on there perping with rent money and, talking about your mother can't buy this bitch. And so her little ass is done. I'm pretty sure her little 15 minutes is over, and yeah, everybody can say bye to Lil Tay. Another note or two about Cardi B again. She dropped her video, Be Careful. I love that song. That's my favorite song on Invasion of Privacy. So I'm pretty dope that she dropped that video. It's doing crazy numbers right now. She dropped just like the clip of it on her Instagram page the other day, and I think the thing had like 8 million views within like 4 hours. So that's crazy. Beyonce's not even doing that quick. So shout out again to Cardi B. But, that was my show for this week. I always have to come and give y'all the ratchet that's going on. Like, people like me don't have a really big ratchet life, but I like to live it through others. So that's why I like to talk about it, because I feel like I'm a part of it. So that's why I share it with y'all. So I'll be back next week, and I have a special guest for y'all. He's pretty well known, and he's doing really good things in the city with his music and everything. So y'all come back and check out who that is. But like I always say, put the kids to bed, have you a little drink, get you a little J, and do your thing. I'm about to play my favorite song right now. I know y'all know that girl, LMA. Her song is vicious right now. It's called Booed Up, and my man Plies actually just dropped a remix to it. Everybody love Plies, so I definitely had to close out with that song. So here we go. Boo that. See y'all next week.
Keep your panties on, don't wanna hit, I feel like massaging you. Blow on your ear and pull your ponytail, I like arousing you. Pull up on your mom and give a bag just for having you. Credit good and pussified, how can I stay mad at you? Why you call and shipping to you, just to show my gratitude. Tell your kids don't need for nothing, I'm putting them all in private school. You got no kids, I can give you some that just excuse me wrong. You cut my phone off when I'm running, that's how much I'm enjoying you. Side chicks, they penetrate me, been all that bustin', baby. Showing myself that I can settle down, that's what motivates me. She not had the master that with women that wasn't even worth the shit. Now that I can look back in and have for what he worth it.